Hello, everyone. I am DJ Leandro. Welcome back to the DJ Leandro Music YouTube channel. And in this video, I'm going to show you how you can layer different chord progression sounds as well as some lead synth sounds to create some truly original sounding instruments within your projects. I am doing this in Cubase, but you can do this in any DAW that you're working with. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so here I have a piano chord progression. So let's have a listen to this now. Okay, nice simple chords. Now let's start layering and see what we can come up with. So I have already added a VST contact instrument of Analog Dreams, but now having listened again to the piano, I'm going to add something else. Let's go back here. Hybrid keys is actually something that I would like. Okay, so I'm going to copy the same chord progression into my new instrument. So let's have a listen and see if there's anything that I personally like. Okay, it's a bit the same as a piano. Also the same. Let's see if I can find something else. Okay, this sounds pretty cool to me. Let's play them together. Okay, that sounds pretty cool to me. I actually like the way these sound. Let's mess around a little bit with the settings. Okay, yeah, I like that. Okay, so what we're going to do is, because these are in MIDI, so we want to export these samples. We'll just click File, Export Audio Mixdown. So we don't want to do single, we want to do multiple. So we're going to grab both of those. We want to create a audio track when we're done. Let's just call this piano. Going into our Mixdown folder. Okay, so now let's make it into wave. Not mono, we want it in stereo, so we want interleaved. Let's export that now. Okay, perfect. So let's have a listen to this piano we have here. That's actually one of them together, so I'm gonna delete that. Here we got our piano, and here's our keys. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a group track. Stereo, we're going to call this piano new because we're creating a new piano sound. Once we've got that, we're going to route both of these into our new group. And now let's have a listen to them together. Okay, now that I've got that, I'm going to just process the piano a little bit. Do a little bit of EQ here. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's have a listen now to other keys that we've got here. Okay, let's bring now the piano in a little bit. I'm just going to keep it low and then I'm going to bring it up slowly. Okay, now we're going to add some group drum bus compression onto the chord progression that we've got. Drop the threshold a little bit. Give it more of a medium attack. There we go. I'm happy with that. And there, you see, we've created now something quite new and unique. And this is what you can do with any other instruments that you want with regards to chord progression. We can even add some lush pads and something a bit more aggressive as opposed to using something very dreamy like a piano that we have. Okay, so this is now chord progression. Let's now find a lead. Let's start layering some leads and let's see what we can do with that. Okay, so first things first, let's find our first original lead. Let's open up Serum and we can get some nice leads going on. So let's do lead 1, we're going to call that. Okay, now let's find some nice lead sounds. Let's look for a nice pluck. Okay, let's see if we like this. It's going to draw in here so that... Okay, let's say we're going to keep something simple like that. So it'll be... Okay, let's listen now with our drums just to get that we got it in time. Let's now just move this a little bit more in time. Let's move that there. Increase the velocity here. There we go, it should be fine now. Okay, now we've got our first lead. Let's see if we can find another one that's going to complement this. Again, I'm going to use Serum. Let's do this, call this one lead number 2. We're going to add this here now. Okay, we're going to copy this lead that we created. I'm going to mute that as well as that. And let's see if we can find something that we think is going to complement what we've got. Okay, this one I like. Okay, so I want this to be a bit more of the dominating sound. I actually really like this one preferred to the other one. But now let's see if we bring this in, what it's going to sound like. I think this needs a little bit more processing for me personally. I'm going to take off the reverb because we've got quite a bit of reverb and delay on the lead that we like more. I also think this needs a little bit of EQing. I'm finding a little bit too much on the low end, and I was correct in assuming so. Especially this, I don't like that specific sound, so we're going to cut this. Also cut a little bit of the high end here, low end, sorry. Let's thin this out a little bit more. Want to hear what it sounds like if I bring back the reverb? Yeah, that sounds much cooler. I'm getting more of a stereo effect with this, as opposed to this is a little bit more in the center. But our second lead, just to make things not confusing, I'm going to make this lead main, and then this will stay as lead one. So our lead one, I'm finding I'm giving a little bit more of a stereo effect, which I like a lot. So we're going to click File, Export, Audio Mix Down. We're going to click our leads here and create audio track. Everything seems fine. We've written lead. And then we're going to click Export. Okay, here we got our leads now. Let's just delete these. Okay, now we got our lead. So let's listen. So let's have a listen now. Okay, this is our backup lead, which is lead one. And then now our main lead. Okay, we're going to add a group track here. We're going to call this lead new. And now we're going to route both of these into our new group. Let's have a listen now. I'll start doing some processing on this. Let's get our bus compressor going. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. Let's bring some drums in. And even if you want on top of that, or even before our bus compressor, we can actually add some distortion. So let's see what we can get here. That's dirt I seem to like. So let's get that sounds pretty cool now with a bit of distortion. Back with our drums. And there we go. That's just another great example of how if you had to just take two separate sounds, mess around with them a little bit, add some bit of EQ, some distortion to create something truly unique, to create some nice leads for your tracks. Very important, again, definitely, if you're going to be layering sounds, definitely add them into a group and add some bass compression onto that, because it's definitely going to put them together and make them really stand out, especially in this case that it's a lead melody that we've got lead synth or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you at the next one.